Good morning, girls. Hope you all are safe at home. I am Shama, your English teacher. Before starting the lesson today, I want to tell you the portion for P1. We have already sent you the open window lesson and also a boat beneath a sunny sky poem through YouTube. Good morning, girls. Hope you all are safe at home. I am Shama, your English teacher. Before starting the lesson today, I want to tell you the portion for P1. We have already sent you the open window lesson and also a boat beneath a sunny sky poem through YouTube. Today I am going to start lesson 2. Hope you all like mysterious stories, girls. What is a mystery? Let me tell you first. Mystery, something that is difficult or impossible to understand or explain. In other words, you can say it a thriller story. Girls, open your textbook, page number 17. Now, what pictures you have in the textbook? The same I'm showing here. Tell me the first picture. What is it? Can you guess? Yes, of course. It's a castle. Castle on the hill. See the next one? That's a spider web. Yes, we all know that. Where do we find the spider web? In our storerooms or the places which are unused by human beings, right? So we find spider webs there. Now the third one is the spooky tree. Yes. What do you get in your mind when you see a spooky tree? Yes, you get a fiery feeling, right? Now, if you look at all the three pictures here, what do you get in your mind? Yes, maybe the story is something mysterious and you start imagining something or the other, right? Now, let me tell you what is the story. Guess the image on the screen, girls. Yes, it's an overcoat. Yes, today's lesson is The Overcoat by Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond is one of the most loved authors of India. He is an Indian author of British descent. He lives in Missouri, India. The Indian Council for Child Education has recognized his role in the growth of children's literature in India. He was awarded the Sahitya Akademi Award in 1992 for Our Trees Still Grow in Dehra, his novel in English. He was awarded the Padma Shri in 1999 and the Padma Bhushan in 2014. This story is a strange experience that a young man has one evening in a quiet hill station. Girls, open your textbook and see the first paragraph. It was clear, frosty weather, and as the moon came up over the Himalayan peaks, I could see that patches of snow still lay on the roads of the hill station. I would have been quite happy in bed with a book and a hot water bottle at my side. But I had promised the Kapadias that I would go to their party, and I felt it would be churlish of me to stay away. I put on 2 sweaters, an old football scarf, and an overcoat, and set off down the moonlit road. The very first line tells us that it's winter time. It was clear, frosty weather, and as the moon came up over the Himalayan peaks, and It says that the moon came up. That means it's a night. The story took place in winter and it was night time. I could see that patches of snow still lay on the roads of the hill station. As I told you, this story took place in the hill station and he can see the patches of snow here and there. The man felt that it would be happy for him to lie in the bed in that cold weather. Of course, we too would do the same thing. Would like to do the same thing. Having something hot and lying in the bed with hot bed sheets, right? But I had promised the Kapadias that I would go to their party. Why is party there? Because it's December and it's Christmas time. So Kapadias organized a party. Who are Kapadias? They are the neighbors of the young man. The young man who is narrating the story to us, right? And I felt it would be churlish of me to stay away. Of course, he wanted to stay at home and take rest in that cold weather, but he feels that he had already promised them, that means he gave a word to them that he would attend the party. So he felt that it would be mean to him to stay at home. I put on 2 sweaters, an old football scarf, and an overcoat and set off down the moonlit road. So what he did is, it was so cold, so he put on means wear. So he wore 2 sweaters. Imagine how much cold it is, because it is hill station. Generally it will be cold in winter, but if it is hill station, you can imagine the coldness over there, right? So he wore 2 sweaters and a football scarf and an overcoat and set off. Set off means started journey, right? And he set off down the moonlit road. The road was lit by the moonlight, right? It was a walk of just over a mile to the Kapadia's house, and I had covered about half the distance when I saw a girl standing in the middle of the road. So he started to go to Kapadia's house, and on the way he found a girl standing in the middle of the road. He had already covered half of the distance to the Kapadia's residence. She must have been 16 or 17. She looked rather old-fashioned, long hair hanging to her waist, and a flamoxy sequin dress, pink and lavender, that reminded me of the photos in my grandmother's family album. The girl was very young, about 16 or 17 years old. She looked old-fashioned with a long hair till her waist, and she wore a pink and lavender sequins work dress that reminded him of his grandmother's old album. The girl wore a old-fashioned dress like Cinderella frocks, you all love Barbie girl frocks and all, right? In that time, that was an old-fashioned frock with sequins work on that. Sequins work means this kind of embroidery done on the dress, right? Hope you understand that. When I went closer, I noticed that she had lovely eyes and a winning smile. "Good evening," I said. "It's a cold night to be out." When the man went closer to the girl, he found that the girl's eyes are lovely and had a very attractive and lovely smile too. He went to the girl and he only started the conversation first. He greeted the girl and he told that the night was very cold. "Are you going to the party?" she asked. Then the girl started talking to him and asked whether he was going to the party. "That's right, and I can see from your lovely dress that you are going too. Come along, we are nearly there." The man said that yes, of course, he was also going to the party, and he asked her to come along with her. She fell into step beside me, and we soon saw lights from the Kapadia's house shining brightly through the deodars. The girl told me her name was Julie. I hadn't seen her before, but I had only been in the hill station a few months. They both started walking towards Kapadia's residence, and it was very close to them. They could see the lights of the Kapadia's residence. And the girl introduced herself as Julie. He said that he had never seen the girl before in the hill station. Of course, he also did not stay for many years there. He just stayed for a few months there. There was quite a crowd at the party, and no one seemed to know Julie. Everyone thought she was a friend of mine. I did not deny it. There was a crowd in the party, and everyone thought that Julie was that man's friend, and he did not deny it. Deny means he did not refuse it. He also accepted it. Obviously, she was someone who was feeling lonely and wanted to be friendly with people, and she was certainly enjoying herself. I did not see her do much eating, but she flitted about from one group to another, talking, listening, laughing, and when the music began, she was dancing almost continuously. She was completely wrapped up in the music. Yes, the girl moved here and there, and the man was observing her. He did not see her eating much, but he saw her going here and there to the group of people who are standing there. She listened to their words, what they are talking. She listened, and she talked to them. She laughed with them, and finally, when music began, she was just continuously dancing. It was almost midnight when I got up to go. As I was saying goodnight to my host and wishing everyone a Merry Christmas, Julie slipped her arm into mine and said she would be going home too. And it was almost midnight. The party was about to end, and the man wanted to leave the Kapadia's residence. And he was just saying goodnight to the host. Host means who had thrown the party. The people who had thrown the party. Those are called hosts. So he was just saying them good night and trying to come out of the residence. Then the girl came and just wrapped her arm into his and told that she too would like to go to home along with him. When we were outside, I said, "Where do you live, Julie?" When they came out, he asked a question. "Where do you live, Julie?" At Wolfsburn, she said, "right at the top of the hill." The girl replied that she lived at Wolfsburn, which was at the top of the hill. "There's a cold wind," I said, "and although your dress is beautiful, it doesn't look very warm. Here, you would better wear my overcoat. I have plenty of protection." The man said that it was cold outside and her dress was, of course it is beautiful, but it doesn't protect her from the coldness of the weather in the hill station especially. So he wanted to give her his overcoat, right? Why is he giving his overcoat? He says that I have plenty of protection. As we discussed in the beginning that he wore 2 sweaters and a football scarf, right? We have in the page 17 first paragraph, and also an overcoat. That's why he said that I have plenty of protection, and he gave his overcoat to the girl. What is the name of the girl? Julie. She did not protest and allowed me to slip my overcoat over her shoulders. She did not protest. She did not say no. She accepted that overcoat and allowed him to slip on. Slip on means to just put it on the shoulder. Then we started out on the walk home. But I did not have to escort her all the way. At about the spot where we had met, she said, "There is a shortcut from here. I'll just scramble up the hillside." They both started walking, and she did not give him a chance to escort her all the way. Escort meaning is given, see, to go with another person. She did not allow him to come to her residence. She said that she would take a shortcut to her home. She would scramble up the hillside. Scramble meaning is also given here, to climb using hands and feet. "Do you know it well?" I asked. "It's a very narrow path." The path was very narrow, very thin and narrow. So he said that whether she can go or not. She asked her whether she can go or not. "Oh, I know every stone on the path. I use it all the time, and besides, it's a really bright night." She said that she knew each and every stone on the path. That means she was very familiar with that way. And she also said that it was really a bright night, as it was told in the beginning that it was a moonlit road, right? So it was a bright night, so she wanted to go alone. She did not ask him to come along with her till her home. "Well, keep the coat on," I said. "I can collect it tomorrow." He did not ask her the coat back. He wanted to collect it the next day. She hesitated for a moment, then smiled and nodded. She then disappeared up the hill, and I went home alone. First, she hesitated to take the coat with her, but then she smiled and nodded her head. Nodded, moved her head. She then disappeared up the hill, and the author went alone. Girls, let us continue the remaining part tomorrow. Have a great day.